it's a seriously large cult that's cheering on these politicians and hanging out with these politicians, and it's
Yeah.
worrisome to me. It is.
Uh, Dave, speaking of politics, did you cover any of the election or do any political stuff concerning the
I did a
election?
show. I did a show with Joe, the Kentucky atheist. He was doing a politics thing. Otherwise, I tried to stay out of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah,
And after the election, about everybody was doing a stream on it. So
yeah, I get it. What
I was just sitting back and watching. Yeah.
when I started on
I
YouTube, my Germania channel, I made the decision like from day one. I'm not gonna get involved in politics. I know what topics I want to cover. I know what genre of YouTube content that I want to make, and I'm gonna stick with that. Except for my live stream channel. My live stream channel was just anything. It doesn't matter. It could either be important or just stupid or mundane
I
nonsense. But yeah.
I'll do some serious stuff like on the climate or something like that.
Oh, right.
Then
Yeah.
but then I do a lot of fun stuff like ghost stories and Bigfoot and all that stuff, so I do a lot of fun stories for me. So,
Yes. Speaking
know.
of Bigfoot, and I know you're wrapping up, and you can tell me shut at any point, but I was curious if you can tell me what got you into the whole Bigfoot stuff.
Precepts.
Precepts?
Precepts. Way back when, I go back to like AOL and Yahoo chat rooms and everything,
now.
Yeah. So I just started sniping back that you can't prove Bigfoot did it when they would tell me you can't prove God did it. Right. And I just kind of picked Bigfoot because, Bigfoot's like a North American thing. You know what I mean? We all love our Bigfoot, right? Harry and the Hendersons, and he's been in countless, cartoons and movies and everything and stuff.
Well,
I just kind of picked Bigfoot. Deconverted man uses a lobster, right?
Oh yeah.
Same idea. So
Okay.
then it kind of grew from that. And then, but I've always had interest in stuff too, when they would have the Bigfoot shows on TV, I would watch, and I'm into all that kind of stuff. So
I was that way with Ancient Aliens for a little while years ago.
Yeah. So it just kind of became my thing. You know what I mean? Was the Bigfoot, and now, I've got all kind of Bigfoot. All kind of Bigfoot T-shirts, and Bigfoot here, Bigfoot there, right? So it kind of grew, and it's I say all hail Bigfoot all the time, and that's my Gmail. So hopefully it's easy for folks to remember because I say all hail Bigfoot all the time, and that comes from again mocking the pre-suppers and stuff. So it was kind of it was when I was ornery, and and I just kind of said, well, you can't prove Bigfoot didn't do it, right? Prove Bigfoot didn't do it, and I would just keep at it, Well, that's ridiculous. Bigfoot's a primate, this and that. And it's like, no, it's not. Nobody's proven that, right? As far as I know, Bigfoot is just as supernatural as your God is. Oh, that's ridiculous. You're just saying you just made up this Bigfoot thing, this and that. And I'm like, not ever clicking. Now, wait a minute, right?
That's when you say, you can't say Bigfoot doesn't exist without having Bigfoot because he is where we get the ultimate knowledge or whatever crap that
the Darth Dawkins thing. Bigfoot is absolute and concrete or some kind of thing. So you just keep going with Bigfoot, and they usually get mad and they try to Jim Bob too. I said something to Jim Bob. I said he said, so you don't believe in God? And I said, no. I said it's like the same thing as Bigfoot. He goes, well, Bigfoot's a real animal or something. I'm like, no, it's not. So
you don't know that.
You can't prove that, right? And so it grew out of that, and then so then doing stuff. I was kind of talking about stuff and everything, right? And then I got kind of, I met Bree and everybody, doing their thing. And then I hooked up with Trees from Look at the Trees.
Mm-mm.
So he's like, hey, I got some Bigfoot stuff I want to talk about and everything. So we kind of got
You're like,
together.
I'm your guy.
Yep. And we started the channel. But then some things came up with work schedule and everything. And Trees is also out in big property that he's taking care of now and stuff. So he doesn't have like,
he's surrounded by trees.
right. So, he doesn't have, the great internet and stuff. He does his little videos on his phone and stuff. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And then, he can send his stuff when he's at work or whatever, So it's kind of hard for him to do live streams and everything. So I just kept doing the Grass Man, mostly exclusively doing the Bigfoot stuff. So I've kind of gotten the Bigfoot thing going because I got that channel going too. So,
well, I would have never.
And it's fun. And it's fun.
Guessed,
though. It's fun.
But I would have never guessed that it came out of talking with pre-suppers. I would have never got that in a million years. But after you explained it, I'm like, okay, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I was just being ornery because, like you said, some things are just not worth arguing, right? And it's like, prove God didn't do it, and it's like, prove Bigfoot didn't do it, It's just, what else do you have to say, right?
Exactly. It just kills the convo. And
yeah.
When it comes to pre-suppers, in my personal experience, I would say 4 out of 5 or 9 out of 10 times, anytime I've spoke with a pre-supper, they are rude as hell. Whereas any other type of Christian, whether they're pre-suppers or not, if they're not, any type of Christian that I've spoken with and debated and conversed with, if they were pre-suppers, they didn't use that as an argument. But the pre-suppers or any Christian that did bring precept arguments, I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 times, they were rude as hell and just very unpleasant. On top of, as we know, how irritating the precept methodology is. Like that, the preceptor arguments are already irritating as. I don't know how often you can cuss on this channel. I don't want to take it down, but fuck, it's just so annoying talking with them most of the time. And there was this one preceptor I had spoken to. We talked for probably an hour to maybe an hour and a half, and he was using the precept arguments, and I was just. It was actually a pretty laid back conversation. Finally, I said, "Well, listen, I don't think we're getting anywhere. So I'm just going to grant you that you're right, that if there is no God, we can't have knowledge, all that stuff. So now I would like to ask you, okay, well, how do I know that Jesus was really the Son of God and died and rose again?" And that's when he shut the conversation down. He said, "Nope." And then he started to get a little passive aggressive, not flat out rude, but I could tell there was a shift in his attitude as soon as I just granted all the precept arguments. And he did not carry the conversation. He did not want to move forward with it. And so finally I was like, well, okay, well, it was good talking to you. And, we ended it. It was so wild.
I was on a channel the other night and different people kept wanting to shift, to all the, Gish Gallop, basically, throwing 50 million different questions at me. And I'm like, look,
oh yeah.
I just stopped by because I was told that the guy's co-host or whatever was into Bigfoot stuff. And I'm just here to talk about Bigfoot. So I just shut it down right there. I'm like, I didn't come here to talk about any of this. And I'm not prepared. I'm not a debater. I don't pretend to be. I straight up tell people, because they, citation, this and that, and everything. I'm like, look, I'm not prepared, okay? If I do a video, I'll sit down, I'll look up the citations and all that, right?
Get your sources.
I'm just here to talk about Bigfoot, and I just shut it right down. So, yeah.
Well, it's still just like, it still puzzles me how, again, in my experience, most of the preceptors I've talked to have all been just unpleasant, uh, just being dicks basically. And
Trying to win you over.
I know it's like, listen, if you're trying to save me from eternal burning, from eternal agony. It seems like you'd want to be more nice to me than a Christian because at
Right.
least you and your Christian buddies will go to heaven, but you're talking to someone that you believe is going to burn forever. So why are you being a dick? Now, obviously, whether you're nice or whether you're a jerk or not does not really reflect upon what you're saying is true or not. But you would think you'd want to be nice to someone that you believe is going to burn forever.
Oh, I was just listening to one that basically, yeah, it's one moment it's all they have the nice smile and everything, you know. Oh yeah, we need to love our brothers and sisters everywhere.
Oh
We
yeah.
need to we
Yeah.
need to get out there and make the world a better place and everything. And then, you know, except for them gay people, or you know, and
Yeah.
then there it goes, right?
It,
So yeah,
it's kind of like they set up this nice little house of cards, and then they automatically just uh, snap one of those cards away, and it all crumbles. In reference to, yeah, we got to spread the love of Christ. Oh, is that a gay person? Or oh, is that someone who doesn't vote for my political party? And yeah, it's irritating because I thought Darth Dawkins was just kind of a okay, he's just a crazy Christian who's a dick. But I didn't realize so many people, so many pre-suppers are also like him. Like they have his characteristics
hmm
of being a dick. There was one pre-supper that I remember anyway that I spoke with, and he was very pleasant. I don't remember anything about the conversation. This was maybe 4. It could have been 2 to 4 years ago now. Don't remember his name, but he was actually pleasant and nice to get along with. Uh, but everybody, all the other pre-supper Christians that I spoke with, have all been dicks. I don't get it. I don't know why that is. It's like,
oh
do
yeah,
all
yeah.
of you go to the same school that Richard Dawkins went to? Or, Darth Dawkins, whatever the fuck. Uh,
Yeah,
anyway,
there's always that toxic crowd, right? And
yes.
they think just, oh, you know, and you know, we did a few rounds over there on Jim Bob's channel, and that's what they did to Mike and I and the rest of us. They called us dummies, and
Of
when
course.
Mark Reed showed up, he said, you talk kind of funny," and Mark Reed's like, "I'm from another country, mate." Right? You know, it's like
What?
they're just, you know, so yeah, they're just so, you know, they just want to be awful. They don't care about the discussions, right? They just want to be awful. That's
I had never heard of Jim Bob until, B.S. Lewis, did a video or 2 on him,
that
and
was the
so I went
period there. We were all kind of rolling through there together about the same time. Yeah.
yeah, then I did subscribe to his channel. I think I unsubbed, like, maybe a couple weeks later. I don't remember the reasoning. I've never really talked to him. I think I may have had 1 or 2 comments in the side chat or something, but I noticed he had that same kinda mean streak of, uh, being a dick. Maybe not nowhere near as bad as in at least what I've seen for as nowhere near as bad as Darth Dawkins, but yeah, just that's a very low bar anyway.
Well,
Um,
the first time I went on there, it really wasn't so bad. It was,
mm,
but when I went on there again and that, and I'm like, look, you know, we already had the discussion that you know, I'm not here for the name calling or any of that kind of stuff, right? And
right.
so we were kind of going back and forth, and he was irritating me a little bit as it is. And then he said something about
I
you
believe
big
it.
dope or something like that, and I was like, okay, that was it. So I told him fuck off, and I left, and that was.
Yeah, no, I can't blame you there.
So he made a video on me that I rage quit, and I don't know. I
He's
didn't
the
call
one
it rage
insulting
quit.
you, but you're the one that's raging.
Yeah, I just said, F off and I left, So, but it did really well. They hate me a lot over there. Last time I saw it, it had like 4,500 views or something. So
Jesus
they
Christ.
really dislike me a lot. So I, kind of a little badge here for it.
Right. It's a badge of honor. Well,
Yeah.
I saw him in Deconverted Man. That was it. Maybe
That's
that's
what
how I
got
found
me. Yeah, because deconverted, man. He caused all the trouble. He's
him.
the one that did the
Jesus.
video. Okay. So then, of course, Mike and I went over there snooping, right? Because deconverted, man, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then we got
That's what I
sucked
did.
into it, right? Yeah, and at the same time, BS is rolling through, and a bunch of other folks. And BS made the video with the eggplant. Did you see that one?
Oh yeah, that was
Jim
hilarious.
Jim Bob's thick skin got really thin really fast. He was losing his mind over that, and BS and I had a good laugh for a while there. Every time I saw him in the chat, I'd put the eggplant emoji up there.
That's funny.
Very homophobic over there.
Oh,
Very.
I'm not surprised. Anytime it's a group of Christians, anytime homophobic or transphobic or any of the other
Oh yeah.
phobics pop up, I'm never surprised. I'm always like, yeah, that's about right. Unfortunately, the only Christian that I personally have interacted with online who has actually been a decent human being, which is not to say she's right on everything else, but that would be Bread of Life. I've like
It's a
I don't have
shame we
any
had a
issues with
falling
her.
out because I tell folks technically my first time on YouTube was on her channel.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep, I picked up my phone. I just turned on my phone and I got on. That was technically my first time on YouTube, and then I kind of said, saw that I got the channel going and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow. Okay.
yeah, it's kind of a shame we had to falling out.
Well, if I'm asking something that's personal, you don't have to tell me, but like, what happened? And also, if you got to wrap this up, I know you're trying to wrap it up. Feel free to at any point. I'm just
Yeah,
chatty Cathy right now.
well, well, the whole thing is, she was inviting all these atheists to her channel, right? I
Okay,
never heard of her or anything.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on some other channel somewhere, and they were saying something about how come atheists don't come in here and talk to us, right? And I
Mm.
made a comment in the chat. I said, probably because you call us demons or block us, right? So
Fair.
she's in the chat. She says, if you come over to my channel, I won't call you a demon and I won't block you. And I was like, okay. So I went over to her channel,
You're
right?
like, bet.
And yeah, we were kind of cool. I was on numerous times. I hopped on, and this is still when I was very new to all this. So most of the time I was nervous and kind of
Oh yeah.
stumbling, stumbling over my words, right? Yeah.
I was nervous coming onto your stream tonight because it's been
Yeah.
so long. I was like, oh shit.
I still do it every time I'm getting ready to stream. I'm always like, okay, now, fuck
Yeah,
up,
kind of like
or
mentally prepping yourself.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we even did the extra thing, her Bible lesson thing off on the side, and that's where I met Mike and Lance and everybody. They were all in that thing, right? So, and I met Jay and so many other people all from her channel. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, everything was going well. Well, the one thing is that she didn't. Well, I think she was brokenhearted because she couldn't convert any of us, right? And then
Yeah.
I think she was already kind of disappointed, and then not having the happy joy anymore, right? About the talking to the atheists. And that was about the same exact time her and Sal put out their miracle healing video.
Oh, I don't think I saw that. Like
yeah,
supernatural like healings and stuff.
Yeah, it was Deli Knox miracle healing video, and I reviewed it, and pretty much after that, she didn't like me anymore, and Sal blocked me. So I don't think many people have me blocked on YouTube. I try to be cool with everybody, you know.
Yeah,
And,
I'm the same.
but
Same way.
Sal definitely is one that he blocked me because I dared, and I wasn't like a dick or anything, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
I'm
I was
sure.
just from my thing was they weren't telling the story accurate of what happened to her. They weren't telling the story accurate of she spent a lot of time in physical therapy. And then, yeah, she got up
Oh,
out of
they
a
omitted
wheelchair.
crucial information.
Yeah. And then
Right.
it seems like she already got up and out and was dismissed from physical therapy. Now, if you're dismissed from physical therapy, you're out of the wheelchair, right?
Right. You're good to go.
Yeah. So no reason for you to come back. And then it seemed like there was another 30 days before now, mind you, her husband is a faith healer. He couldn't do it. But there was a big event. There was a big event, right?
Mm-hmm.
30 days later, she went to this big event, and then she pathetically got up out of the wheelchair and was kind of trying to walk, and then she got walking better and do, right?
Oh Lord!
So
that's giving me flashbacks to my childhood.
Yeah, you start adding the dates up, right? And you're like, and then the stories didn't match, and then the guy's saying, "Oh, I didn't even know this person," when the thing was all pre-scheduled in advance, and on and on and on. But the thing that bothered me the most, because you see a lot of these miracle healing things, and you could do a million videos on them. The thing was, though, was the thing that it was a great story of physical therapy, right?
Right. Yeah.
This lady had an injury. She did what they told her, right? And they worked those muscles. And she got up out of the wheelchair. What a great story. And then they have to ruin it by taking it to these charlatans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what really bugged me. And I emphasized the charlatan part in my video, right? And
I see.
So, but did you hear the latest with Rebecca over there? By the way, she believes that she made a leg grow.
Oh my Lord! Okay, that does sound familiar. Maybe I have heard some of this here.
Yeah, she only does. She's not doing much. It's only like once a month or something or whatever. But at first, she was talking about how she kind of did a video like debunking faith healers with their little tricks, right? And then while doing it, somehow she got sucked into it, and now she believes all the tricks, and that if you pull on somebody's leg, look, it grows, and it's like, well, yeah, you're pulling on their leg, you know.
Well, I mean, 100%. Like there's videos on YouTube from way back when, like from the 60s, of faith healers doing that crap.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know much about, for personal experience, what her views are on that sort of stuff. But given what you've described, that's unfortunate. But did you know that her and Sal, at least as of, I don't know, 2 years ago, are not on good terms? Sal,
Mike and I did a stream about it.
Oh, okay.
The breakup. Yeah. Well, see, here was the thing too. Okay, here's what. Right after she told all the atheists to get lost, basically, right? I don't want to talk to all you atheists anymore. Some of us, she sent emails. I wasn't the only one that got persona non grata emails, right? And it's like, okay, right. And because, she's going to hang out with, people that, see eye to eye or whatever. And of course, she's talking about Sal, right? So she's hanging out with Sal, and when she sent me this persona non grata thing, I replied back. I was like, "Are you going to hang out with Sal instead of us?" I said, "Good luck with that. He'll hang with us. He will turn on you, right? That's just that's Sal, right? He's dirty rotten." Okay?
I saw it firsthand.
So, whatever time, a couple months or whatever. So they're doing videos together, mostly these healing videos. They did that one. They did the one with the the one astronaut has some healing story or something, and there was a couple others. So they were doing their little thing, and then she did. Did she do a video, or she said something about officiating a gay wedding or something?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Sal said, "I don't like gay people. I can't talk to you anymore." Puts a video
Yeah.
out. "I'm sorry, but we're breaking up," and that was the end of that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I remember, give or take.
Yep.
And here's my thing. I have never had a personal problem with Sal. Um, I had him on my stream. We had a stream where it was just him and I for maybe 2 hours. I don't remember exactly. And I thought he was a nice guy. He seemed like a nice guy. Seemed like a good person. Um, But I started to notice the backstabbings like you had mentioned. And then when I saw him go on Rebecca's channel or she on his channel, and he talked about how they're no longer going to associate, and he tried, from what I saw, he was trying to gaslight her because, I don't want to do this, but it has to be. And she's like, well,
Oh,
we don't have to end
it was
this.
the longest breakup ever. They
Oh, I sent him an email, and I just like you, I try to get along with everybody. I don't even like if somebody insults me, 99% of the time, I'm like, whatever, cool. And I'll still roll with it. Like, it doesn't matter. But with Sal, he's the first person, and actually probably the only person in my couple of years of doing streams. I sent him an email and I said, uh, I will not associate with you anymore. He did send me an email like a week prior to that asking about some survey. I can't remember exactly what. I won't give out too much info even if I knew it because I do keep emails as confidential. But I'll tell you what I said to him. And I said, I will not associate with you anymore. I can't believe you would break ways with Rebecca just because she doesn't hate gay people and she's cool with hanging out with and sharing love and support of trans people and gay people and whatnot. And I think I even mentioned at the end of the email, you can fuck off or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but man, seeing like I didn't care. Like I laughed when she banned all the atheists. So like when she was banning B.S. Lewis, yourself, Speed, and she didn't ban me, I laughed. I was like, hell yeah, boys. Y'all are all y'all are not
Jay Bundy
good.
came in on his other account,
But
and he was saying something, and all of a sudden she said, "Oh, are you Jay?" And he said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh," and she reached down, "You're blocked." And I was like, "Oh, that was cold."
what's so funny to me is I got a kick out of it watching her ban all the atheists. I genuinely did. But the moment that Sal uh disavowed her, I got offended. I was like, "What? Fuck you!" Not Rebecca. I was like in defense of Rebecca. I was like, "Listen, I don't care if she's banning all my friends, but you can't ban her." Like, Sal's just he's a slimy weasel as far as I'm concerned,
Well, I
and
couldn't
I think
resist.
Rebecca is better off
Oh
without
yeah,
associating with him. Now they
oh
may
yeah.
have amended things I don't know, but I respect Rebecca, even though I disagree with her on pretty much everything. But at least she's a decent person from at least my interactions with her.
Yeah,
Kind of
mostly,
go.
yeah. But I couldn't resist. After the fallout, I sent her another email, and all it said was, "I told you so."
Okay, yeah. That would be hard to resist if I was in your shoes. I'd be like,
Yeah, because that was
told you so.
that was the whole thing. So yeah,
I
at the beginning of my video, it's one of the few times I've used voice mod. In the beginning
mhm.
of my video, it's all like I'm standing in hell and everything, and I've got the flames and everything, and it's like,
Yeah.
why am I in hell? Because of Sal, right?
I like that. I dig
So
it.
yeah, I've managed to be cool with about everybody, even Clone Geo there, even though the community's kind of on the outs with him because of some other issues. But
With who? Clone what?
yeah, well, I'm gonna wrap. You want to know? I'll wrap things up here, and I'll tell you offline.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like doing that stuff online.
Okay. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I know you want to wrap this up. You've been wanting to. I do appreciate
Yep.
you letting me on your stream and
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
no, I wanted to hang out, and chat with you. If you, it was good, good chatting with you. And yeah, if you're around on Saturdays, you're always welcome to stop by.
I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind. Every now and then, I'll see you or someone else in the community streaming, and I'll get tempted for a few minutes, and then I go, no, I got do something else. And I usually whatever I do is just me wasting time when I could have spent it actually with you and friends.
Well, a lot of folks, and you can relate. They get burned out, or
Oh yeah,
they have
yeah.
various issues and everything, and that's why I do some of the things that irritate me, but a lot of my videos I have fun with. And like when I'm doing this, like right now, my face hurts because I've been chuckling the whole fucking 3-4 hours,
Mm,
And so Saturdays are kind of lighthearted, right? We're not trying
I
to be
got you.
scientists or anything. We're just,
Right.
and I'm looking at small videos, whereas everybody's looking at William Lane Craig. No offense, I know you did a great William Lane Craig video, but
I
uh,
appreciate that. That
but
video kept me longer on the
yeah.
platform.
So but my idea on Saturdays here has been, not more than like a 1K or something. You know what I mean? The smaller
Mm,
channels. Try and
yeah,
get like the regular folks talking to us regular folks. You know what I mean? And kind
yeah.
of looking at it that way. So
I get it. I I know exactly what you mean.
not so it's not so polished or anything and everything. That's what we
Yeah,
want. We're trying.
just
A lot
raw
of
and
us have been
authentic.
saying, yeah, we've heard it all. That there's going to
Mhm,
be no new arguments, right? But
mhm.
some of us are, and Deconverted Man too. We're trying to get discussions with people, right? What
Mhm.
do you think? What do you believe? Whatever. Don't
Yeah,
give me,
what do you
well,
believe and why?
Mark. Mark 20 says blah blah blah, and John 15 says I don't care, right? What? Yeah, what do you have to say? So that's kind of what we're trying for.
Well, no, I that's kind of how I carried my streaming channel. Is I just wanted it to be a place where I can have lighthearted conversations and really hard, difficult conversations and everything, in between. But yeah, just like you said earlier about getting burnout. Yeah, I got burnout and I honestly felt like I was just spinning my wheels. But I still miss everyone. I even miss a couple of trolls. But so I do still think about everybody that I've become friends with and so
Oh, we had a lot of fun over, a
acquaintances.
lot of laughs over there, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's good that you're doing good and everything, and
yeah. I'd say for the most part, I'm doing all right. I sometimes do want to make content, but I just like like I have thought, okay, maybe I'll just make different content and just continue my Germania channel and just do something different. But I'm just like, nah. And honestly, I've just been busy anyway. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up so you can wrap this up. But I'll still be here so we can chit chat a little further.
yeah, yeah. Hang around for a minute, and we'll chat for a minute here, real quick.
All
And
right, sounds good.
yeah, and wow, we had so many people coming through tonight. Uh, Good to see everybody. Thank you so much. And yeah, I see Andrew in the chat. One more time, Mike's going to have a stream tomorrow with Andrew. They're going to be talking some evolution science over there, doing an in-depth debunk. I think it's at 1 o'clock Eastern. Pretty sure Mike said 12 Central. So in real time here, yeah, in Eastern time, that's like 1 o'clock. So go go to make sure you go to Answers in Atheism. Of course, Mike and I have a lot of fun hanging out together, and he was here earlier. He's off decorating the Christmas tree, so I hope he's having fun doing that.
I noticed shortly after I joined the stream, Mike ran away scared. A scared little
Mike,
boy.
Mike's lasted quite a while on some of the streams. You know, he gets antsy after about an hour, and he's hung out with us for a couple hours solid, quite a few times. So
I
yeah,
noticed he was here for a while, and I'm
yeah,
glad he was when I joined because
yeah.
I still he's one of the people I miss from this beautiful side of YouTube. I miss just
And
talking crap to him.
I saw Jay was in the chat a few minutes ago. Hi Jay, I was on a stream with Jay just like yesterday or something. He was
Okay.
learning me Bible stuff and everything.
Was it on his channel? I didn't even know he still
Jay
streamed.
Jay Pasick, yeah, he was streaming yesterday.
Last time I went to his channel, I
Yeah, I think
noticed.
it was yesterday. Yesterday or the day before. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. 1 day ago. Yeah, last time I went to his channel, he had privated or deleted all of his streams, but he's always done that for one reason or another. I'm not sure, but
Mm,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, is he not streaming anymore?
Yeah, we had just talked. He'd come on a stream, and then we got done, and I was just looking around, and oh, he's streaming. So
Hey, that's what I did tonight with your channel. I was like,
yeah.
oh,
Scott
Jay's streaming.
Scott Duke was on. Yeah, he said
Yeah.
hey Dave, there's a link. You want to hop on? You know, I was like, all right, cool. So I hopped on, hung out with him for a little while.
You're like, well, if you're gonna twist my arm, fine.
Yeah, well, Jay's, he's pretty good on the Bible stuff. So I was listening, and I asked a couple questions, and he answered them really well for me. So yeah, I learned a few things. It was a nice little chat.
Mm, that's good. Yeah, I
So
see that was at the stream about the- Dr. Josh Bowen's review of Praise
praise
Hang's
thing.
book.
That's it. Yep, yep.
Dr. Josh is another person I miss. I miss talking with him and well, really all of you, everyone.
We miss you too, man. Well, like I say, you need a little fix. You're always welcome here to stop by. And yeah, I've been trying to do it every Saturday, and yeah, we've had quite a different people. Let's see, 5, 10, like 20 different people coming through the panel easily, right? Other than like the regulars and stuff too. And like I say, Mike, Scott is
Well,
often a regular, Joe's often a regular, Brainless is often a regular, Simos is often a regular.
yeah, yeah. And your stream has 30 likes. This stream here, so that's good. That
Last
means there's
last
obviously
week
30
we had
people.
we had like 400 people last week, so it did pretty good. So
Oh wow. Damn.
yeah,
I'm glad to hear that. I hope your channel continues to grow and you keep attracting and building a good community here.
I appreciate it, Gur. Appreciate the support from everybody out there. And yeah, don't forget, if you aren't subscribed, subscribe. Speaking of my channel growing, yeah, 400 over 400 subs now. So we can get up to 500. I can get a couple emojis, and of course, there's going to be some Bigfoot emojis. So I'm looking forward to that. So
You get that at
yeah,
is it
if
500
you're
subs?
well, they lowered. It used to be 1K for everything, and then YouTube dropped to 500. You get some things, so you
Okay.
can get you can get some
thought that
things.
was
You can get yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the new thing. You get to 500. That's your first marker after 100, and then it's to the 1K. So
okay. Yeah, I thought there's still some benefit to getting 500 subs. Well, that's awesome. So it'll be a Bigfoot emoji or what have you.
heck yeah, I'm gonna have Bigfoot emojis.
That's
Well,
awesome.
I've already got some people. Joe's got one for me at the Kentucky Atheist. He made one for me over there because we we hang out. I hang out over there a lot with him, and we've done videos and stuff. So he's got one, and Mark Reed covered somebody that did a Bigfoot Jesus story, something that they pretty real farm out people, right? So he made a Bigfoot Jesus thing. So, of course, I like going over there and using that emoji whenever I can. And then Bree at Hivesci has, a bunch of cryptids as her emojis. So, yeah, that's she's got the feet, so you can put the Bigfoot feet across the chat.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I know as soon as you get the 500 subs, you can be like, all right, we're about to Bigfoot this mofo.
To Bigfoot, and I just recently I made a banner for the Grassman Chronicles. That's my branch off channel. It didn't have a banner, and I was like, I got to do the banner. I got to do the banner. So it has a banner now, so it's legit. The Grassman Chronicles has the banner on top. So.
Awesome.
and speaking of, there's Bree. Yep, we were just talking about you, Bree, and Crystal too. Hey, Crystal, I saw you were through here. Hello,
Bree. Bree's also one of the many people I miss. I'm telling you, I have a huge list, but Bree is definitely like probably top 5 people out of my huge list of people that I miss.
And that's the thing too. Yeah, I met Mike. I met Bree through Mike. You know what I mean? So a lot of these things all go right back to Bread of Life. So again, it's a shame we had the falling out. So
that's the butterfly effect for you. One little thing can really branch out into a bazillion different branches and friendships.
And I don't go there, right? It's easy to do. I could just said, you're a bunch of stupids or whatever. I didn't do that. I never did that on her channel or anything. So
you've always come off as very just chill and friendly. Anytime I've interacted with you or have seen you interact with others, you've just always been pretty laid back and just like, hey, welcome aboard. Let's talk. Oh, we disagree. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
as long as it's not the like say with the Jim Bob thing. Oh, you're a dummy, you're dope, this, that, and that's like, oh, I can go over to I can go one of the stupid places and get called names. I just don't need it, right? And like I said, I've been through it way back in the day. All the Philly chat rooms and everything back in the day, and I had my fill. And I'd rather talk. I'll talk about religion. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about it like you and I are doing right now? Sure, fine. You want to talk about Bigfoot? You want to talk about ghosts? Whatever you want. Stephanie from Missing Mod, she had a great story. She came on the Grassman and told it. We had a great time. It's one of my most watched videos. Come on over, right? I will have a civil discussion with you about anything, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. And I like all this stuff. You see my, I got a UFO on my shirt. I got Bigfoot on my
a full moon.
I've always been into all that kind of stuff. Just because I don't believe in it doesn't mean I don't like exploring it. And I even if I don't believe it, I'm gonna try and say, look, this is what people that believe say. This is what the skeptics say. And this is maybe, in between maybe what the scientists say or, whatever, different little things. And there you go, and some people are kind of confused if I actually believe in the stuff or not. And I'm like, well, good. Then hopefully I'm not showing too much bias at the same time, and, we might make a few jokes, have some laughs and have a good time. And somebody the other day faulted me because I was, I kind of smiled. I didn't have my camera on, and I was laughing about something, and they said, "Oh, see, you're not even taking this seriously or something." I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand. I'm sitting here with a smile on my face, right? This, and something just hit me, and I was laughing and stuff, and it's like I'm not blowing off everything you said in this conversation, right? But I said." I'm trying to be a little lighthearted, and especially if you're talking about these ghosts or Bigfoot, so you make some jokes, right? It's like, okay, it's all fun, right? It's not to be
Right. I would
offensive
think
to
so.
anybody or anything. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it's not
plus,
that I'm not taking it serious. I get offended at that because I put a lot of work into my stories, even when it's Bigfoot or whatever.
right.
It's just as much work as any other story, right? You got to look all the
Yeah.
stuff up. You got to
Yeah.
find your sources, blah, 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 edit all your stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you do it on. So I take offense that, oh, you're not taking something serious because I put some lighthearted stuff in, or my little Bigfoot dude I got that pops up in the corner, giving the peace sign or something,
Yeah.
and it's like I do it intentionally. Okay. I do it intentionally, try to keep things a little light and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, and of all the things to be lighthearted about, and have little jokes and whatnot, I would think Bigfoot related content would be perfectly fine with having jokes. Now, if it's these very sincerely held beliefs like Christianity and religion and stuff like that, I could understand people not wanting to joke about that. But even then, like if it's just a harmless joke. But if it's Bigfoot stuff, like who cares? It's just a funny joke. Like
I try to be fair
nothing in the
across the
world.
board. Yeah, I try to be civil and everything. And most people, I try to point out that, I'm not trying to be personal or anything, unless I'm being personal, like somebody with Ken Ham or
Yeah.
something, right? Where we're taking him on and we're saying, no, you're full of crap, right? But I don't fault people that, like I think you said you used to be YEC, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was a younger
I don't fault
creationist.
people that learn that stuff or anything like that. I fault the ones that know better and are making money off of it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but otherwise, yeah, it's not personal. And I often point out people, like you or Paula Gia and stuff, and it's like, they just had some bad information, right? So
Yep.
yeah, don't make it personal. But
Right.
some folks have made it personal, and so
At that point, it's like,
sometimes
well,
even me,
what
who
can you do?
tries not to cuss on my channel, I had to make an exception for Jim Bob and tell him to F off. So
I did that with somebody. I don't remember who it was, but I told them, I was like, listen, you're invited to my show, but I will tell you this, I will not cuss. I'll be respectful of what, policing my language while you're there. And I don't remember who the heck it was, but yeah, I do the same stuff, or I did the same stuff when I was doing this sort of thing. But anyways, I will let you. I know you've been trying to end this stream for a long time, and really, I've got to use the bathroom so
I
bad.
love hanging out and talking with everybody, and hanging out and talking with you. It's just I gotta get up. I've been sitting here a little while.
I feel ya. I remember doing many, many streams where it'd be forever long, and I'm like, all right, I've got to
Hey,
go.
one of my subscribers said something about one of the streams we did a couple weeks ago. He goes, "Oh, come on, man, 5.5 hours." I'm like, "Well, we were having a great discussion. I've been the goal is like between 5 and 8, right? So that's about
Mhm.
what I shoot for.
Oh, okay.
So
So you do shoot
so
for long streams then?
yeah, well, because I already figured out if you're gonna cover any of these videos, it takes a couple hours. Period. So
Yeah, yeah. I when I first started streaming,
yeah.
uh, I did not realize how long the streams would go for. And finally, it hit me. I was like, wait a second. On my way home, I'm going to pick up some food, put it in the fridge. So that way, 4 hours later, when I'm hungry, I don't have to end the stream. I can just say, hey, y'all keep going. I'll be right back. And I'll go get my food heated up, eat it.
That's one thing. Usually we eat later around here because of the way the schedules are and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
So then,
That
but
was
on
strange.
Saturdays, yeah, I have to eat early. So I have to get something to eat early. So
Right. Well,
yeah.
all right.
Otherwise,
Well,
yeah, I'm not going to eat until late like it is. But yeah, the idea was 8 o'clock. But anyway, so to my loyal subs and that, he said 5.5 hours. I said, well, it was a good stream. I'll watch it. It's like, okay, thanks.
I
So,
appreciate it.
thank you very much. And yeah, I wanted to again thank everybody in the chat. So many folks rolling through, and lots of great supporters out there. A lot of great channels. Make sure everybody supports everybody else. And once again, I want to thank Wild World. They gave myself and Bree and Nikki's channel a shout out this week. Really made my day. Somebody says, "Hey,
What channel
this
was that?
Dave guy." It's called Wild World.
Wow.
It's like a nature channel.
Oh,
And they
awesome.
were
Okay.
yeah, they had came on a panel thing Bree had done a while back, and they were doing a celebration stream, and they were giving shout outs to smaller channels that did nature stuff. And also he's got a little cryptid thing, so, and like kind of a special mention, right? And we also got these cryptid channels, and I met Nikki and Dave, the Captive Desk, through Bree, and yeah, they have a little channel, and he gave me a little thing of, yeah, I watched your Jersey Devil video you just put out. I really liked it. Met Dave through our Captive Desk through Bree and everything, so go check him out and subscribe and everything. And he's got a great narrator voice, and it's like, hey, thank you very much. So,
oh, nice. I'll have to check out their channel.
It's like Nat Geo type quality or whatever,
yeah.
right? It's top notch stuff, right? And it's a big channel, so it means even more when they take the time out to give. And it wasn't just us; he was doing it for a lot of other channels. So much appreciated to Wild World once again. Really made my day that Bree sent me a message and said, "Hey, you might get a bump. We just got a shout out, right?" And it's like, wow, so I'm walking around telling everybody, "Hey, awesome, man, I got a shout out."
Yeah,
right?
like, so, look at me.
Look at me.
Well, I'm sorry, dudes. I've got to pass. I've been holding it in for too long. I've got to use the bathroom. I'm so sorry. But I'm listening in because I do want to hear your thoughts as you're wrapping this up.
I'm gonna play my little outro here, so you got a minute. So.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, I'll just put myself.
Oh yeah, thanks everybody that was on tonight. Again, Mike and Scott and Brainless and Simos and all the others that stopped through. Commander was here. So many others. James was here. I have to go back to watch to remember everybody. We had a lot of people come in and out on the panel tonight. So really appreciate it. That's it's nice to get all the different views and everything. That's part of what hanging out here on Saturdays about, right? And if you just want to listen to me, you can watch one of my videos where you can just listen to me. And speaking of listening to me, pay attention. The Shaken Fist is working on some Christmas music that's going to be coming out, and you just might hear me in it. So, can't get enough of my voice. That'll be coming out. I think he said with his 14th. I think he's planning at the end of the week. So end of the week, watch out for Zach over at the Shaken Fist putting out some Christmas music. Should be a lot of fun. And again, I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to see y'all hopefully again next Saturday. Right? Y'all have a good one.
Without a sound, history speaks in tales of lore, knocking at the captive desk's door. Oh, within these walls. Silent echoes in the halls. Books and stories on the floor. Knocking at the captive text. Moves